So go on and say your wishes, and you see your wishes manifesting. You see it coming to pass, just like a magic. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. How are you all doing today? I believe you are doing fine. So in case you are new here, you are highly welcome. I am Pamela. So on this channel, I share spiritual tips and messages. Like today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you another spiritual tips. And by the grace of God, if you apply faith, believing that God is going to pass through the items I'm going to show you soon to be a blessing to you, you see it working and manifesting successfully in your life. If you love spiritual tips, go on and subscribe. Turn on the bell so that whenever I upload videos, you get notified and come and watch. So I'm going to show you two things to mix together. Use it and say your wishes. As long as you open your mouth and say your wishes, you see it manifesting successfully. This is not a magic, okay, but it works like a magic. The way it will be working, you'll be shocked. Just go on and do it. Follow the instructions. You see things working amazingly. So I'm going to remind you once again, I don't do spiritual work. Anywhere you see my videos, anybody posting my videos or using my image, telling you to bring money that want to do spiritual work for you, just know that Pamela does not do spiritual work. They are scammers. Stay away. Do not give them money because they will scam you. I don't do spiritual work. I don't give WhatsApp number. The only thing I do is sharing tips, spiritual tips and messages. By the grace of God, if you do it well, the way it's working for some people, that is how it's going to work for you. It can even work for you more than others. That is why it's spiritual work. So by the grace of God, anything you desire will fall into place after this. So I'm going to show you how to burn these two ingredients together. These are the ingredients that attract good things, that makes your request to be granted, that makes your wishes to manifest and work successfully. This is going to send your request to the universe. God Almighty will hear you and answer you. This is something that removes anything, dark energy, anything negative energies from your surrounding that makes your request not to be granted. And by the grace of God, as you burn it, I'm going to tell you how to burn it anyway. Follow the instructions. By the grace of God, it will work for you. These are the two things you should burn together. If you burn it together, it's going to surprise you. You see things that are not working before will start coming to pass, will start working. Those things that are so delayed in your life, like if things are not falling into place, things are not working for you. If you pray, it's as if your prayers are not manifesting. If you burn these two together, you see the atmosphere very conducive spiritually, and your request will be granted. This is clove. Here is clove stick. I always show the clove powder. Like in one video, I said add it into your cream, and that particular one is the clove powder. So here is the clove stick, the raw form, ungrounded. So this clove stick is highly spiritual. This is something that pave way. You can call it a way paver. You can call it something that makes your request to be granted by cleansing the environment. Okay, is one of a cleansing ingredient that helps greatly spiritually to get rid of anything evil from the environment. As you say your wishes, you see your request granted. It attracts wealth. It attracts good things. It opens doors. It brings prosperity. It makes your ways prosperous. It removes every spirit of darkness from you, from your environment, and makes you succeed in everything you are doing. You're also going to bring rosemary leaf. Here is a dry rosemary leaf. So I shared it like yesterday. Rosemary stands for remembrance. It makes your wishes to be granted. It makes things to start working for you smoothly. Anything evil, gets rid of it. So adding it together with clove, you will see how it's going to work, just like a magic. So I'm going to tell you the kind of prayer to pray to make this to work before you start burning it. So what you have to have in mind is your faith is needed in every spiritual work. Do not take it like a joke, and also follow the instructions. There are many things that can make spiritual work not to work for one. One of the things that makes it work is your faith, believing that God Almighty will make it work. So that is why before you do any prayer, before you start your spiritual work, or before you start, just make sure that you invite the power of God. Tell God Almighty that you need the power of God to flow in. You want this to be successful. You cannot do without Him, of course. Yeah, you cannot do without Him. The power you are using here is God Almighty's power. The power of the whole universe. The power of God Almighty that created the whole universe, heaven and earth, and everybody. Depend your prayer point. You have to start saying your wishes as you mix them together. You can just measure out 1 tablespoon and 1 tablespoon of clove stick. Maybe you ask, instead of clove stick, can I use clove powder? No, you have to make use of the clove stick because we are going to burn it. Okay, so just get a white paper, like a plain paper. Measure out one tablespoon, one tablespoon of clove stick and 1 tablespoon of rosemary leaf, a dry one. Then transfer it into the paper. You have to roll it just like a cigarette. Okay, you know the way a cigarette is molded. Just roll these 2 ingredients, roll it. Then you have to bring a matchstick, or you can just bring a lighter, something that will ignite fire, on it. You can decide to put it in a bowl, a non-plastic bowl, then you put fire in it. As the flame or smoke is going up, you have to be saying your request. Pray like this: God Almighty, I invite the power of God. I need you to make this to work for me. Pardon my iniquities. Have mercy upon me. Anywhere I sin against you, I'm a sinner. Forgive me. I want this to work. I want open doors. I want my request to be granted. I want my wishes to be granted. Say your wishes after this as you are burning it. As you are burning it, you see that the flame is going up. The smoke is going up. You see your request granted by the grace of God. Believe it. Feel it that your request will be granted. You see it manifesting successfully. Be positive. Be positive. Focus in this work. It must surely work for you. So anything you desire, just start saying it as it's burning. As long as you open your mouth to pray, God will surely answer you. Remember, when you are doing spiritual work, do not be on your flow, seeing your period if you are a lady. Do not meet with your partner sexually. This will surely work for you, and just keep to the instructions. So make sure you burn it, even if you did not burn totally. At least there are smoke going up or flame going up, and you see your request granted. It's just for the smoke to go around the environment and make the environment conducive spiritually for your requests, for your prayers to be answered. This smoke or flame gets rid of evil powers. It gets rid of any bad forces that will stop your prayers from being answered. These are the things it does. So by the grace of God, it must surely work for you. So go on and try it, and anything you desire will fall into place. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, share this video to everyone. Remain blessed as always. I'll see you in my next video. After doing these 3 things, you will surely notice great change in your life. You will be great after this. Plead for mercy. You can indulge in fasting and prayer, like even if it's once in a week, do some fasting. For a start, you can be doing it once in a week. It helps greatly. You can do dry fasting. You can do the one that is not dry. Dry fasting is the one that will require you not to drink water, no food, no water. You will stay and be focused in your prayers all this while during that fasting. So fasting helps greatly to bring a strong connection between you and God, and especially for those people that always suffer from spiritual spirals.